Okay, bro, welcome back to the new video. I just came back from the shitty-ass work, so let's just lock in and skip the introduction and let's go. Okay, today we are going to talk about break of structure, okay, which is one of the most important parts of our trading strategy. So, we already know that the market moves in higher highs and higher lows, or in our case, in lower highs and lower lows, okay? This is how market moves, up and down, up and down, up and down. So right now, here we have a bearish structure, okay? Why? Because we are moving down. So what must happen to change the trend? What must happen that we change the direction from bearish structure to the bullish one? What must happen? So-called break of structure must happen, okay? It's quite logical. We need to break the bearish structure that we start forming a bullish structure, which means we have to break the bearish structure, okay, that we have right now in order for us to be able to start going up, okay? So what is actually break of structure? So as you know, we have higher highs. No, sorry, here we have lower highs and lower highs and lower lows and lower high and lower low and lower high, okay? When we are in a bearish market, we are moving in lower highs and lower lows, okay? Because look, we are going down. So in order for us to start shifting the market, in order for us to start going into the bearish market, we have to go up above the latest high, above the latest lower high, and then close the candle above that. And boom, this is the break of structure. And then what happens then? We go down and boom, bull run, okay? This is what break of structure is, okay? Break of structure means that we close above the latest lower high, and then we close above it, and then we have the potential to go into the bullish structure, okay? Now let's do the opposite. So right now we are going up, 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 up. And what do we have to do so that we finally go from bullish trend, that we go down to the bearish one? What do we have to do? Exactly. We have to go a little bit up and then down, and just enough down that we close here, okay? Below this higher low, sorry. Below this higher low, okay? We close here, and now we are having the potential that we will start going bearish. You understand what I mean? So it's super simple, okay? Let's go again. Let's keep drawing. Let's go again. We are in a bull trend, okay? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, okay? Now we want to change the character. We want to break the structure, okay? We want to go from bullish market to the bearish one. What do? We go up and then down, and boom, here we close, okay? We broke structure. Why? Because we closed with this candle here, we closed below the higher low, okay? Now let's keep going. Now we go up, down. Now we are in a bearish trend. Up, down, up, down, up, close. We closed above the lower high. What does that mean? We broke the structure. We went from bullish market. We have the potential now to go into the bearish one. We closed here and we broke the structure, and now we have the potential to go again up, down, down, up, and so on and so on and so on. You understand what I mean? Basically, when we break structure, we start the potential move to the opposite direction, okay? And today we had an amazing fucking example of that, so I'm just gonna show you that example, okay? Let's go. In order for us to identify in which trend we are going, we have to measure higher highs or higher lows or lower highs or lower lows. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's start right now. Let's mark our London session start, which happened at 9 o'clock. And let's see, yeah, okay, let's also mark Tokyo session. Okay, we will go from Tokyo session all the way to New York session that started at 3:30. Okay, let's go. For that, I'm gonna take this blue line, I'm gonna mark it a little bit fatter, okay, just like American. Okay, here we have an American blue line that is fat, and now we are gonna follow the higher highs and higher lows. Okay, let's start here. Here we have one low. Why is this a low? Because you already know, bro, that low is formed when we have a move to the down and a move to the up. So that's a low. Okay, now let's go. Now we have here one low and one high, so one low. Then here we have another low. Okay, and then here we have another low, and here we have another low, and here we have another low. So what does that mean? We have higher lows and higher highs. Okay, why? Because look, this low right now here, it's higher than this one, and then this low right now here, even though it's a little bit under this low, we still haven't broken the structure, because I'm gonna tell you why. Because we haven't closed with the candle. Okay, now this low is higher than all of those three. Okay, this low right now here is higher than all of those four lows. Okay, so we are going into the uptrend. What happens then? Another low, another low, another low, another low, another low, and look, pay attention. What happens with this candle? This candle broke structure. Why? Because we closed with this little part here, with this part here, we closed below the low. You see, we closed. So now we are going down. Okay, now we are in a downtrend. Okay, let's go again. Let's measure. So now we have to measure the highs. Okay, because when we are moving upwards, we measure the lows. Okay, we were measuring all of those lows here, but right now we have to measure the highs. And once we close above the high, where are those Picasso drawings? Once we close above the high, okay, like this, we are then again in an uptrend. You know what I mean? So let's go. Let's measure. Okay, we have a high here. We have a high here. We have a high here. Careful. Look, careful. Even though we went up above this line, we still haven't closed. We haven't closed. We need to close in order for us to be in a, let's say, in order for us to do break off structure. Okay, same thing happened here. That's why you were a little bit confused maybe. Where was that example? Here. You see, that wasn't even a low. So fuck, okay, I didn't see it. Sorry, because it was so small. But yeah, let's go back to this point. Here, even though we have this little candle wick, we haven't closed. Okay, we haven't closed. So we are still in a low, in a downtrend, except that now the break structure has to happen here. Instead of here, it has to happen here. Okay, now another high, another high, another high, same example. We went up, but we haven't closed. We haven't closed yet. We are still in a downtrend. Another high, we went up again. We haven't closed. Now we have to close here. Okay, another high, up, down, another high here. Look, we closed, and now we are in an uptrend. Why? Because we closed with this candle here. We closed, okay, and now we are in an uptrend. Okay, so how do we now measure it? Okay, we are now measuring the lows. Why do we measure the lows? Because remember of the pictures. Look, we are now up. Okay, where are those huge ass? Okay, look, we are now going up. We are here. We are going up, and then we have to measure the lows. Okay, and then when we close below the low, then we are in a downtrend again. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, here we are. Here we are, okay? We are measuring the lows. Low, okay? Low gets closed below, okay? Look, this candle closed below. So now we are in a small, tiny little downtrend. Why? Because we closed with this red candle, we closed here below, okay? So now we are in downtrend. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue now. We are in downtrend. So we are measuring the highs. Okay, downtrend, still downtrend, even though we are moving a little bit up. Boom. Here we closed. With this candle, we closed. Okay, now we are again in an uptrend. Okay, we are again in uptrend. We are measuring now the lows. Where was the latest low that happened? Here. Down, up. Here. Down, up. Down, up. Here. Okay. We start now the London session. We close directly with the London session. We close with this little movement. So now we are going down. Okay. We closed. So now we have to go to the highs. Wait. Let me change the color here so that it's a little bit better, more distinguishable from that blue pencil that I'm using. Let's use this color. Okay, so now we are going down, up, down. We are here. Look, all of those, even though we still closed, we still moved above this high. Okay, we are still not breaking the structure. Why? Because we haven't closed. Okay. Up, down. Look here, massive move up and a little bit move down. So look, now we have to close here. Look, this is still downtrend. Even though the price went up, you see this little movement, this is still a downtrend. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, still downtrend, up, down. Oops, here, what happened, bro? What happened? Yeah, exactly, break of structure, because we closed. So now we are in a uptrend. Okay, we are in uptrend. Okay, we are measuring the lows. Where was the last low that happened before this break of structure? Here, move down, move up, and we take the wick. This is the wick. Okay, this little long dick that is hanging out of the body, that's a wick. Okay, okay, let's go. Low, up, down, up, boom. Okay, we broke structure again here. With this we broke structure. Now we are again in a downtrend. Okay, okay, we are measuring the highs. High, 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 high. Is this a high? Yes. High, high, still not breaking, high. Okay, what happened? We broke structure to the upside. Okay, now we are in uptrend, and as you can see, this was quite a massive uptrend that we unfortunately missed, because you see that when the New York session started, the price absolutely exploded, and it's still exploding. Fuck my life. But yeah, we are now in an uptrend. So what are we measuring now? The lows. Where was the last low that happened before this break of structure? Here. We are measuring the lows. Lows here. We are measuring lows again. Okay, then this was this massive long dick, and now okay, we have another low. Okay, and we broke structure here again with this. Okay, so now we are in a mini tiny downtrend. Why? Because then we immediately, with the next candle, we broke structure again to the upwards. Okay, why? Because look, we closed, so now we are in uptrend again. Okay, okay, so now we have to measure again the lows. Lows, low, low, low. Okay, we broke structure right now here. Why? Because we closed below this line. So now we are in a small downtrend. Okay, and then we put this line on the highs. High is up and down, and then up and down, still until here, and then here we broke structure again. Why? And because we closed above this line, and now we are again in an uptrend, in a bullish trend. Okay, so now we have to swap, and now we are measuring the lows, low, 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 and right now we are in a bullish trend. Okay, why? Because we still haven't closed below this line. Okay, so now let's imagine what will happen when we want to have a bearish trend again. Okay, this candle right now here will close, and then we will have another red candle. Let me take the red color. We will have another red candle that will go directly through the line and close here. Okay, this is gonna be a red candle. Okay, and then we are in a bearish trend again. Why? Because we closed with this little here. Okay, we closed shit. Okay, sorry, wait, let me go back. Okay, because why we closed with sorry for this, bro. Okay, why is this now a bearish trend? Because here with the candle we closed below the line. Okay, so now this would be a bearish trend again to the downside. Okay, but we don't have that, so we are still in a bullish trend. Okay, look, we are still in a bullish trend. So that's about it, bro. This is the break of structure. Okay, now of course you must not buy and sell immediately when the structure breaks, because for example, look what happened here. Okay, here we broke structure. Where exactly? Okay, have you learned something? Where did we break structure? Here, not here, not here, here. Okay, here we broke structure, and then here you would say, okay, nice, we broke structure, I'm gonna go buy, I'm gonna go long, and then you will get stopped out. Okay, so we have to slowly combine all of the concepts that we are using and learning in order for us to make a profitable strategy. Okay, that's why, wait, someone is calling. That's why we are waiting to get through all of the six concepts. Okay, don't be impatient, bro. We have 1 week time to learn everything, and we are gonna learn everything. Okay, now if you want to learn more, of course, about trading, feel free to join our Discord server, which is called Stock Manipulators. Let me show you. We have it right here, and here we have a lot of knowledge, a lot of daily analysis, trade breakdown. We are chilling in trading floor, public chat. It's only me who is writing because we only have 7 members. We have memes, we have self-improvement, whatever you want, bro, feel free to join. And that's about it for today. This is break of structure. Do the hard work, bro, and see you on top of the world. So what is break of structure? Again, it's a change of trend, a potential change of trend. Okay, do the hard work and see you on top of